So, all right, cool. Well, I'm Warren, one of the project leads on Go Trip, and we're excited today to share our collection of 1470 unique psychedelic artwork. I have with me Mr. Mike Yamez and our dev lead Travis. Um, so Mike and Yamez are the main founders of this collection, and they're excited to kind of get into their backstory and provide a lot more context into kind of why we got into this collection in the first place. But first, some logistics. This is going to be on Ethereum, the main net. Our open mint will be on the 25th with a
Of
reveal date
February.
of this month, February. Thank you. With the reveal date on the leap year day, February 29th. So exciting stuff. The opening price is 0.04 ETH for each, and we do have an allow list. And so make sure to follow all our channels for more information on that. But before we get even more into mechanics or whatnot, let's just start with some introductions. And let's start with you, Mike. How's it going? How are you doing
Hey,
today?
everyone. Good to see your smiling faces, or some of them, anyways. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. I'm Mike Wilson, also known as Groove Dude, also known as Life Size Box. I always tell people think outside the box. I think sometimes we build life size boxes, and so I recommend we think outside the life size box. I also host a virtual summit on informempower.com where we're informing people and empowering them really to empower themselves. Previous virtual summits were the Crypto Mindset Reset. And so we had a great time with those where we educate people. We have workshops, presentations, great speakers, and just incredible opportunities to learn how to use technology to make your life better. I've been involved in crypto since really seriously since 2017. I've hosted some different live YouTube shows and just enjoy the industry because I value a lot of the same things that crypto does. Permissionless and decentralized and distributed, and all the great things that crypto provides for us. So, love to talk about that. But thanks for the introduction.
All right. Then over on to you, Imez. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. And hello, everyone. I'm Yamezenfi, or James Garvey, if you want to use my government name. I've been really happy to be able to work with these lovely individuals to really get a project going that's close to my heart. I've been working with psychedelics for pretty much my entire life in one form or another, and I'm really happy to bridge the sort of psychedelic mystery spaces with this digital analog to the liminal spaces of the astral realm. So I'm really excited with how it's coming together, and I can't wait to show you guys the magic.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Travis, our dev lead. How's it going?
Going all right. Sorry, I had to leave for a second. I think my roommate's coming home and the dog was going to bark, so I wanted to close the door
No worries.
just to be safe. Hey, everybody. My name is Travis True, aka T Squared, and yep, I'm the dev lead over for Go Trip. I've been working on the website for you guys, and yeah, I'm fairly new to crypto, especially NFTs, and so this was a great learning experience. And I got to meet a bunch of really cool people, as you can see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Awesome, awesome. And myself, I'm Warren, um, Walthy on Twitter. Been in the project management space and in Web3 for some time now, mostly on Ethereum, but been doing work on Solana as of late as well, and so we're we're definitely about branching out here, and so we'll get into that even more. But how about we just start kind of digging in a little bit into just kind of what brought us to this collection in the first place. And so, Mike or James, you want to take that away?
Well, I'll start real quick. Um my my mission here is to help people, and that's so. It doesn't matter. Really, there's a number of different ways. I've been a part of Op Human Angels, if you're familiar with that. It's Random Acts of Kindness, one of my favorite things. But I was introduced to psychedelics at a fairly young age in high school, and absolutely changed my perspective, changed my life. And since then, I've been a big advocate of mushrooms in particular, and also cannabis. But at the end of the day, I know that these things help people because I have worked with veterans and terminal end of life illness, and I've seen the turnaround that can happen from these things, whether it's depression or anxiety or PTSD. And there's a low incidence of adverse reactions, we know from certain studies. And so at the end of the day, my objective here is just to help people. And I feel like we need to bridge, humanity and technology. And I think that's something that really is often overlooked. And so I don't want to lose our humanity within the technology. But we kind of came up with this project together, really, all kind of at the same time, where we thought, how can we push forward education and raise awareness about the benefits of psychedelics, and so that's kind of where Yamez is that's his specialty, and so we're so happy to have him on board. Yamez has been a leader at the Las Vegas Psychedelic Society for quite some time, and he leads the psychedelic integration circles, which I've attended for years. And so I can tell you, it's just an incredible experience to learn from other people's experiences, or even just to be able to lend an ear. And Yamez has just been an incredible host for that for so long. And so that's kind of a little bit about me. Last note on this, I've been in Vegas for over 30 years. I love the place. We filmed a documentary recently about emerging technology, and we talk about NFTs and crypto, and of course we also talk about psychedelics, sort of a re-emerging technology, and of course Yamez is in the documentary, and we're just wrapping that up. So we'll be doing some screenings there, and we'll have some exciting benefits for NFT holders we can talk about at another time. But that of course will be on our website, and if anybody's interested, that's gotripart.com, GOTRIP art.com, go trip art. And with that, I'd like to hand it over to you, Mez, if you're ready.
Well, yeah. As far as how this project got started, I've always been a huge fan of not just the psychedelic space, but the technology space. And actually, I did some homework, and I pulled up a little quote here. Where is it? Terence McKenna said, "Cultures are virtual realities made out of language," and that's sort of a big thing that inspired like how I viewed this process. It's, if cultures are virtual realities made up of language, then how can we use language in this virtual reality to make culture, to sort of reverse engineer it? And that's a big part of like my view into how we could use language to create artwork that really captivates the experience of something that's really close to, in my mind, culture, and that is the psychedelic experience. And after Mike, who so kindly introduced me to the other two gentlemen here, Warren and Travis, we got to talking, and we met in this digital space via various forms of internet calls, and we really started getting to the nitty gritty of what was the language to create culture. And with that, we got Go Trip Art, and it sort of just snowballed from there, as these things often do when the time is right and that channel's open, and it just sort of free flows. And yeah, I'm really excited with the way it came out.
Amazing. And yeah, let's get into a little bit more on the different phases of this collection. So we have 1,470 generated art pieces, and each have a backstory to them. And so, at a high level, we got three main phases: the onset, the portal, and the peak. And so, Amezia, you want to jump in a little bit on kind of what the onset is about for starters?
Absolutely, and I do want to give a little behind the scenes with that 1470 real quick. It's not an
Mhm.
arbitrary number. That's sort of a tongue in cheek. That's the original number of how many agents were appointed to the Drug Enforcement Agency. So, there's little Easter eggs everywhere. So see how many you can find, right? Well, with the onset, right? The onset is sort of the like when you take a substance or you enter into a meditative state or you're doing something. That onset is where you first start experiencing the sort of onset of whatever the substance or experience is. So it really is that first threshold that you pass through where the walls start to breathe or you start feeling a little tingly and you know something's happening. And how far it goes has yet to be defined, but you know that, hey, we're buckled up. Let's go. And then maybe let's go trip.
Awesome. And then, of course, we get deeper in that journey, and that's where the portal kicks in. So,
Yeah.
any context you want to provide for that?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So we've already decided we're gonna go. We got the tingles, we got the breaths happening, and then that portal opens up, and we begin getting drawn through it. So our physical being may very well be stationary, yet our consciousness, our perception, we're going through this portal and traveling. And similar to how we're in this digital space, and my physical body is right here, but my mind, my words, my consciousness is traveling through this portal and connecting with all of you out there. We go through a similar thing with these psychedelic experiences where even though we are present, we enter into this portal, and that portal takes us to all sorts of places. And
Yeah. And one of those places is the peak.
yeah.
And so, do you want to top things off and
Oh
kind of
yeah.
describe
Oh
what
yeah.
that's like?
Yeah. Yeah. The peak is that pretty much final threshold where you've had the onset, you've gone through that portal, and you've gone all the way. And when you reach that peak of an experience, you reach this sort of clarity. And we did something to try and capture what that clarity can sort of feel like through the artwork, and it's the absolute height of what an experience can bring in the best of circumstances, and it's phenomenal when you're able to actually sort of break through that portal, break through that uh, journey to reach a destination. And granted, it's not always about the destination, but when that destination is met, it leaves an impact, and that's what the peak is with this minting.
Beautiful. So we do have a glimpse of all of those different states and the artworks associated with them. Again, on gotripart.com. Um, Shout out to Travis for getting the landing page up there. And let's talk about a little bit about the benefits of being part of this collection, owning part of this collection, and and joining this community. And so, Mike, you want to jump in a little bit here on kind of what people can expect in terms of like the utilities, as they call it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it wouldn't be as impactful if we didn't have some utility. Of course, our mission here really is to educate. And so raising awareness and education is a huge part of what we're doing. And so I'll kind of let Yamez talk about that portion of it. On our side here, I've been hosting meetups here in Vegas for years, since 2019. They're typically speakers, panels. We have just networking mixers and all kinds of great times. We do 2 a month here in Vegas, and we've had events in Miami and LA, and we're doing an event in Denver for East Denver. All of these events, are going to be tied into the NFT. So NFT holders will get kind of a VIP treatment, whether it's, of course, free food, free drinks, or a gift bag. And in Denver, we're giving away an amazing gift bag that'll include some Spore Baby magic mushroom spores that are genuine spores. And so if that's something you're interested in, come out to our events. We'll have those for you. Just show us the NFT. And I know there's a number of other benefits. And I have to step away for just 1 second, and I'll pass the mic over to Yamez if you'd like to talk a little bit about an incredible ebook.
Thanks for the mic pass, Mike. Hopefully we don't need a mic check, and he'll actually be back in a few. Yeah, jokes aside, I want to just touch on utility real quick. And really, the first utility is already being experienced, and that is the awareness that is being driven to this psychedelic movement. Just by you guys listening, that utility's already kicked in. You know about us, and we're able to tell you about what we're doing. So, first utility already locked in. Not traditional, but it is a benefit. But regarding the ebook, I've compiled an ebook in a need to help people who were experiencing these psychedelic things. And so many people pursue psychedelics for one reason or another, and there's so much misconception and misinformation out there, and people who are misrepresenting what a psychedelic experience should be or could be, and people are getting hurt by it. So it's sort of a primer on how to prepare different kinds of psychedelics, ways to vet and pursue any guidance, whether you're looking for more of a therapeutic clinical setting, or if you're looking for a more indigenously informed experience with a lineage that is tried and true and has been doing this for generations, and the ethical considerations for both, as well as a few other things. And I think it looks pretty good, but you'll have to let me know once you gain access to it if it needs some improvements, and you'll have access to version 2. But that is a real project that I took a lot of time on to really hone and craft these concepts to be able to be not just beneficial but digestible for whether somebody is a layman or a savant in the psychedelic spaces. And that one needs to get out. So I'm grateful for such a powerful platform to be able to do that, to really help people expand their toolkit as it comes to psychedelics. And then beyond that, and the education, there really is so much that we are wanting to do, but that might be more of a roadmap thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I could go on. I could go on.
No.
So
We want you to go on.
Stop
We
me.
want you to go on. No one's going to stop you. People want to hear you. And so one of the biggest benefits, and we will talk about the roadmap because we do have an incredible roadmap, and I'm excited about some of the things on there. And that'll be on the website, of course, gotripart.com. To me, the biggest benefit of the project, it might not even be the art. Obviously, the education and awareness is so important to me. But we've decided to go ahead and reserve and donate a percentage of the profits. And we're excited about that because the organizations that the profits will go to are ultimately going to help thousands of people and probably hundreds of thousands of people in the aggregate. And this is something that's just growing. It will continue to grow. The education piece of psychedelics and the mental health side of it is so critical and so overlooked for so long because of this nasty drug war. And guess what? The drugs have won, it seems like, because people are getting the help they need. And these organizations are helping them to some degree or another, no matter what the case is. And so we've decided on 3 organizations that are really close to our heart. And to me, this is the heart and soul of the project. And so please, if you're considering being a part of the community and you're considering reaping the benefits, also consider that what you're doing is actually going to people who are doing work on the ground to help people in the trenches, the people that really, really need it, and the people that may not have access to it. And we're so proud of the work we're doing here. So would you be willing to talk about the three organizations? I know these are real close to all of our hearts, but Yamez, you're uniquely familiar with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's uh, where to begin. And I said we're going to start with three organizations. The plan is to help all the organizations that are doing this good work on the ground. But these are the ones that I've uh, been lucky enough to be a part of. And firstly, there's the Global Psychedelic Society, which is globalpsychedelics.org. That's once again globalpsychedelic.org, and they're a decentralized, asynchronous group of individuals who are really helping people who are wanting to be stewards of the psychedelic space. So it's a group of psychedelic society leaders located all across the globe, and there's even a map on there where you can find the psychedelic society that's closest to you. Because there was an individual who is quoted as saying, "Find the others," and comment on this to tell me if you know who that was. We'll see, right? But their mission is to enable individuals to be able to find those others, to find the community, to find the people who speak the language that you do in this virtual reality of culture. And it's such a powerful part of this psychedelic movement. A lot of people get lost with the therapeutic routes, or the uh, people who are like going to like these beautiful retreat centers in like Peru or Costa Rica to experience something, then coming back. But the real backbone is the community and the culture. Like without the community, there isn't really a psychedelic movement. There's people who are having these experiences and then having to be alone. So they're ones who I'm excited to be able to help out through this project. Another one is more of an education focus for people who are in the medical field, and who they're an organization, and they're creating really innovative content, sort of pushing the boundaries on healthcare, and they're working on producing a bunch of psilocybin content that's full-on accredited for medical professionals underneath the Compassion Center umbrella through the Integrative Providers Association, and that's integrativeproviders.org. And there's actually a conference they're going where they're going to be offering this continued education medical credits, I believe is called CMEs or CEMCs or something like that. And they're going to be offering these for doctors, nurses, psychologists, lawyers, or licensed clinical social workers, people in that healing space who are wanting to receive education on these cutting edge technologies. And if we can get the people who make sure we're healthy better informed with this, then we can better access this and live healthier, more well-rounded lives. And that's something that I'm really excited to be helping out with. And then lastly, not lastly, lastly for now, is Decriminalize Nature. They're a group that's really working on like policy change and advocacy for people to be able to access this, because it's their right. It's these substances, especially mushrooms, has been around for as long as humans have. There's even a theory that says because of mushrooms there are humans, which is a fun one. That's the stoned ape theory, if you want to check that out. Oh, it's good. There's some good animations on a few streaming sites. In any case, they're doing a lot of work, and it's entirely grassroots. Like most of the people, myself included, are doing it entirely out of pocket to try and get real policy change for people to be able to pursue things that they know helps them. That there's slews of evidence in the modern world, let alone thousands of years of a track record that showcases like, hey, these things work. Whether it be for connecting with your community, connecting with what your spiritual side, or with healing actual ailments within your body. So I'm really excited to be able to help out that organization and their work through this as well. And there's so many more that as we continue to develop and expand this project on that roadmap, I'm excited to be able to tell you who else we're wanting to sort of share this abundance with, because there's really a lot of people doing a lot of really good work, and they've been doing it on a shoestring for a while. So they deserve all that we can give them and more.
So incredible. I just want to thank you for that, and I just wanted to mention, since you said the roadmap, we will have some exciting things on the roadmap, and that'll end up on the website. And so when you're catching this, I want to remind everyone, you want to be part of what we're doing here. That's gotripart.com, and there's a way to find our Discord, Telegram, find us on Twitter, GoTripArt. What we're trying to do is get everyone to jump on the allow list before the thing fills up. I know that I think that we put a max on that, and so we definitely want you to message us or get a hold of us or ask a friend, find the others, and get on that white list. On that note, I'll hand it back over to Warren.
Right. And even if you're new to the psychedelic space, you've come to the right place. This is the place to learn more about this, learn more about the benefits. And so with that, there are some, I'll just tease it for now, but it's artwork, right, is part of this collection. However, that doesn't mean it turns into something else like PFPs. Just throwing it out there. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now. And so you'll definitely want to stick around post collection and see what we got in store. And so, all right. Well, we covered a fair amount this go around. Any final thoughts, words that we want to share? Mike, I'll start with you.
Yeah, we're starting this project from a standpoint of a fair launch with dignity and integrity. We respect everyone that's part of the community here. We absolutely want you to stay on after post mint, because yes, there are some really fun advancements that we're doing, that we're making some great educational pieces, some things you want to share with your friends. And so follow us on Twitter, jump in our Telegram, check out our Discord, get on the allow list pretty much ASAP. We're minting on the 25th. You don't want to wait. At the same time, just know that we have a lot to offer, and so if you'd like to check out some of the events that we're doing here that are going to tie into the NFT project, you can go to informempower.com and just click on events. There's also some great training courses there, and we're building community, and so we'd love to see everyone there. And thanks to the whole team. We've worked for months and months to make this thing happen. The prompt alone, I think, took a month just to get some of those prompts in. So we have some incredible stuff to show people, and I'm excited to share that. Stay tuned for our next AMA, and keep in touch, because we're looking forward to helping a lot of people.
Awesome. And Travis, how about yourself? A little more into kind of what your experience has been so far in the project.
Sorry, I'm on mute. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that.
All right. So, yeah, any last any parting words on that front?
I'm not sure you can hear us.
Oh, can you? Oh, okay. We might have lost.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Well, Travis is a great web developer. We're happy to have him. Happy to have him on the team.
And finally, Yamez, cap things off for us and send us our way.
This project is in my opinion, long overdue, and I'm surprised that it took as long to get something like this out. I'd like to harken back to sort of the where sort of crypto started, and a lot of the utility in crypto is very close to the psychedelic space. For those that know. And the world's eager for what we're doing, both the physical world and the digital world. There's a need for the voice of this movement to get a little bit louder, and we're lucky enough to be a part of a project, Go Trip Art, that is amplifying not just the voice in the digital space, but also the voice outside. So it's rare that a project comes together that allows us to be online while we touch grass, but this is it, and it's only the beginning. So if you're ready to jump on and go trip art, feel free to go to gotripart.com and definitely come at us with the questions, because that's what we're for. That's what all this is about, is educating and letting people know and connecting people with resources and answers. And even if the questions don't have an answer, that's juicy. If we don't know the answer, we definitely want to hear it, because that means, oh, there's more to know. Give us those things. Let's go on a journey. Let's go on a trip. Let's go to the next AMA.
That's right. And reach out, as you guys said. Go Trip Art is also our Twitter handle. Go Trip Art. You can search us on Telegram too, right, Mike? And of course on our Discord. And so with that, have a good one, y'all. Thanks again.